Nope, apparently they were serious about that.
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
What's with T3? You did what while you were connected? You downloaded Aegis' archives.
What is the machine saying?
Seems kind of pleased with himself. As there was a hollow record of my trial in Aegis' records.
We seem to have found it.
Do you know why we have called you here?
You called me here to answer for my crimes on Malachor 5.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
I'd slaughter every Mandalorian if I could, except Malachor did it for me. Jesus. I initially wrote off the first option, and then I realized that the word realize is present tense, not past tense. I realized that following Revan to war was in violation of the Jedi Code. Implies that I did so with that knowledge, rather than I did it and then realized later that it was, which is preferable. The truth is, the Mandalorians had to be stopped, or countless more would have died.
You refuse to hear us. You have shut us out, and so have shut yourself to the galaxy.
We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are a Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
Did I just... Wasn't that Master... Rook or Vandar?
Much defiance in that one.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. She speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared. And I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path she did.
We are not the ones who taught her.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
Atris was not mindful of her
Although that may
feelings.
come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one, if what we have seen is true. But the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believed was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth. And she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Those Jedi sure like their secrets, don't they?
Hey, the Myrmidon Soldier, welcome in. It is a good game. It's a very good game. Is that all there is? There must be more. It just has a list of all the missing Jedi. Sure, display it. Master Rook, Dantooine. Here's this Kai El Nar Shaddaa. Master Kavar, Onderon. Vash Korban. Atris Telos. Jedi were all in the council that exiled me.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Kind of feel like I agree with her, honestly. Light side. Mostly because especially for a first playthrough, I kind of play it through more or less with like the decisions that I would actually make, because it just makes it easier to be consistent if I'm being consistent to like actual choices. Does that make sense? Which always ends up being light side because I'm hopeless. I've tried evil playthroughs of games. I keep trying periodically with various games. I usually don't get very far because I start to feel too bad about how mean I'm being. It's terrible. It's really bad. But I end up liking the characters and then I don't want to be an ass to them. Be that as it may, we need their help against the Sith. Not hopeless. You can't be mean in a video game. You're a good person. Well, thank you.
Lightsaber anymore?
Too nice IRL and too incapable of not getting invested, I guess. Which, to be fair, makes any other kind of playthrough extra satisfying when you're that bought into it. It just makes it really hard to do stuff that you would ordinarily never do. Natures and the Jedi Council took it from me.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
Number 3 is interesting. Because it could be genuine, or it could be one of those things where you're trying to convince yourself as much as someone else. And if it's the second one, that makes it a really interesting answer. Mass Effect makes being a dick too fun, though. Fair. I'm trying to figure out what the first option even means. Why wouldn't I? It almost sounds like one of those... you tell me the answer sort of things. I'm not afraid of building a new lightsaber, if that's what you think.
I never said you were, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
The Jedi Enclave's all destroyed. I don't know where to get the parts.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
Since when did you become an expert on lightsabers?
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards? I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits? Well, check it again. It can't be anything else. Just check the damn connector. I don't trust the diagnostics any more than I trust you. Because I don't like droids. They break. In the head. Well, whatever you call that thing on your head. Yeah, well, if I'm mean to you, it's because I care.
My goodness.
Got a minute?
I was expecting
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the general? Yeah, during the war. If that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atten.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
You're being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey! I'm being serious here. You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap, you walking tin can.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too. What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
I was expecting a cutscene when we left. I was not expecting this much of everything. The number one completely misunderstood dialogue choices in a video game goes to Wolf Among Us. I have not played that one. That one, I feel like with the way I overthink dialogue choices, I would either accidentally do really well with it, or I would be completely hopeless. It would go one way or the other, I think. Somebody's got to let me know if I missed how I was supposed to get in that meditation chamber. Because I will reload that save despite all this shit. But I was kind of out of ideas aside from trying to leave, even though it said... I mean, it did say I wasn't going to be able to go back, but... I've definitely run into points in KOTOR 1 especially, although I can't think of a specific example. I feel like there were definitely points where I exhausted all my options for figuring out how to do something, and then as soon as I tried to move on to the next step, it was like, oh, here you go. And I was like, dang it, all I had to do the whole time was just keep going. Really? Is it? Okay. Then I will reload the save as soon as they get me out of thingy. What's it? Was it the persuasion check? Is that the only way to get in there? Because I don't know how else to... I guess I could drop all my... I could use that level up and drop all of my points in persuasion and hope that does it. Oh. As in I can't get in. Oh. So it only appeared as an actual room on the map. For the purposes of, like, continuity, I guess. Not because it was actually an area I could get into. Is it the same with the turbo lift? Your character and another are sitting at a bar talking. NPC opens up about something and becomes vulnerable. Option comes up. Awesome. I think it's give him a drink. Nope, it's smash a glass against his head. Yeah. Given that example, I'm leaning more toward I would probably be totally hopeless. I'm really good at overthinking the dialogue with, like, every possible nuance of phrasing or anything that they give me. The fewer words they give me, the worse off I am. Let you see inside of it briefly when Atchis walks back there. Okay, so just to confirm, I wasn't missing. I didn't actually miss out on anything on Telos, right? Then, gotcha. Have the dialogue options that turned out to be okay. Awesome. In that case, I don't have to reload the save and go through this entire chain of cutscenes again. Good to know. Thank you, guys. What's going on here?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
Don't worry, Brother probably knows what he's doing.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Received a permanent +2 bonus to Constitution. Awesome. You did better than I did. I did find a fixture for the energy cell. Only the emitter and lens fixtures. So I'm guessing then that when I was telling Atten about my lightsaber and I had to pick the color, it was just for the scene where Aegis, like, basically brandishes it in my face, not because I might get it back. This is being Bobo Wing Karoni. You're my last option. Yeah, you used to always try to get the lightsaber back from her. I mean, that was part of why I went through that whole, like, 3 hours backing her into conversational corners last week, was because I was trying to see if there was a way to either break her, like, dead set opinion of me, or at the very least open up a possibility for me to get my damn lightsaber back. If you can gather them all, maybe you can kill them. Or convince them to gather on Tatooine. If I was going to kill them, why would I want to gather them all? That sounds like a strategically awful idea. This game barely gives you pants. You wanted to cough up a lightsaber? I mean, you make a fair point there. When you put it that way, it does sound rather unreasonable of me, doesn't it? Sounds like the equivalent of being put in timeout. Jedi having their lightsaber taken away. Yeah, kinda.
Yes, General?
Where'd you pick up the remote, anyway?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around.
What does it do other than follow you around?
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs.
Is he singing?
I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with?
Ah, he makes shields. Nice. What are you doing?
Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
Pandora has some calibrations he's got to get to. Yep. I guess. I've installed the droid's control cluster. Cool. I have leveled up a couple of times since the last time I tried this. Might be able to upgrade your memory core. Alright, let me take a look. I really hope I don't. Hey, I didn't fail this time! Sweet! Well done. How do you feel? Do your computer skills. T3 has gained +1 intelligence. Awesome. Jam a couple RAM sticks in there. Yeah, basically. What do you mean I faded out there for a second? You were shut down. I don't know what that means. 48K droid in the cargo bay came from. You were trying to rebuild him. Why? Is rebuilding HK to protect me? That's cute. Wait. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out if there's a typo in number 2. I don't need protection, especially from you. All you're doing is causing trouble and putting us in danger. Wait, what? I can't figure out if it's supposed to be sarcastic or if it's supposed to be I do instead of I don't. God damn it, obsidian. Yeah. In option 1A, how do I know it's deranged? I mean, to be fair, all the HK droids we've run into so far have been. Oh, yes! Meet Ghost. Ghost is the real star of the channel. I just sit here and play games while he's otherwise occupied. Sandal? I just realized the cat cam's been vacant for quite some time. My bad. Absolutely majestic. You hear that? Absolutely majestic. Yeah. He thinks he's either part puppy or part human. We're not 100% sure which. Could be both, honestly. Which, as far as I'm concerned, is the best kind of cat to have. I feel like the first one expresses appreciation, his desire to protect me. But I'd rather have your help. But I also don't want to, like, I don't want to, like, cut off the possibility of fixing him or, like, have him think that I'm, like, rebuking him for trying or something. Also, the second option is still confusing me regardless, because the unfortunate thing about not actually being able to understand what T3 is saying is that I have to figure it out based on the responses. And I feel like it's irrelevant to know if he actually... Oh, no, hold on. I completely misunderstood. I think I just figured out what they mean by that. And I don't think it's Obsidian's fault, I think it's mine. For basically the exact same reasons why I was thinking that I would either be really good or horrendously bad at the Wolf Among Us dialogue that you were talking about before. I very much interpreted it as I don't need to be protected from you. It's very obviously not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be I don't need your help protecting me because by trying to protect me you're causing danger or causing trouble and putting us in danger, which is very I'm glad I didn't take the risk of going for it, because that's not I think it's sweet, but okay, I'm glad I figured language finally clicked in my brain. To protect me? That's an assassin droid. A deranged assassin droid. I'd rather have your help and that's it. hoping that that prompts him to tell me anything he might know about the other assassin droids. Yes, I understand you're not a combat mod. Alright, alright. Where did you get it from? I guess my character will know, and I never will, because... Any idea how its parts got scattered all over the galaxy? I had to ask. You know where I can find the parts? Check with droid merchants across the galaxy then. Any idea how its parts got... Okay. I don't know why it... How's the Ebon Hawk? Good job. Glad to hear it. What about the astrogation system? My influence succeeded that time. You locked it. Why did you do that? Yeah? Interesting. Protect. The Republic is already in trouble. I'm not sure what else you're protecting it from. I mean, there can always be more trouble. If video games and fantasy book series have taught me anything, there can always be more trouble. It doesn't matter if you're totally fucked. There can still be more. Protect. Protect who? Under whose orders? An old friend? They didn't want anyone to know where the ship had been. They didn't want the charts to be found by the Republic. Let's go with an old friend first. Well, the last place I know the Ebon Hawk was... Thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. Last place I know of that the Ebon Hawk was the Starforge. Which would make a certain amount of sense. Why was where this friend had gone so dangerous? How did the Ebon Hawk come back from there if it was so dangerous? And why?
T3, there's not much time. I've seen that expression on her face before. Now, I don't know where she's planning on going, but it's dangerous. She's going to leave without telling me. I don't know why, but there's a chance that she'll take you. If she does, I need you to watch out for her. She's strong, but she can't face everything alone. Do what you can, T3. If she doesn't make it back, then I need you to come back, find help. If not me, then other Jedi, the Republic. I can't lose her, even if she wants to be lost.
Okay. Was the romance with Karth canon? Because my biggest regret about my entire KOTOR 1 playthrough was accidentally locking myself out of Karth romance. But that sounds an awful lot like maybe it canonically happened anyway, which would be awesome. Interesting. So many good questions. Trying to remember. I've gotten a couple different iterations. I don't know if they're actually different versions. I'm trying to remember if they were actually different versions, but a couple different iterations at the very least of the order of events that led to us being adrift in T3, getting us to Paragus. We were on the Harbinger. Then I got kidnapped by the evil HK assassin droid. And drugged, stowed away on Ebon Hawk. Yeah? And then... Okay. Evil HK was on the Ebon Hawk. But he was also sealed in that room. He seems to have broken out. Because there was that whole scene with the fiery entrance and squeaking from T3 where presumably took control of the ship or whatever. And then all of Paragus. I was trying to figure out if number 4 made sense, really. It was help you came in search of. You came in search of me? Why me? I was powerless, defenseless. He's the last of... Not the Jedi, the last hero of the Mandalorian Wars. Me. Needed someone strong enough to fight the danger that was coming. Someone who knew war and battle could make the hard choices that had to be made. Oh, jeez. They certainly don't let you hold back your resentment in this game. When this journey is done, you will pay for what you've done, for all you've put me through. To be fair, he saved my life. I'm honored, T3. I will do what I can to stop this threat. That person in the hologram a friend of yours? That was an interesting very interesting set of sounds. I don't understand why you were concealing that from me. I have the processing speed and now he talks 1,000,000 miles an hour. I don't care what your programming tells you. Okay, got it. I understand. I didn't think you kept messages like that. Who was the person the hologram was talking about? Trying to figure out what the difference between a missing friend and another missing friend is. Did he imply that the missing friend? What happened to your old friend? Why aren't you with her? She couldn't take anyone with her, even the man on the hologram. But you decided to go for help anyway. But you did help. You found us. We can stop the Sith, and there's hope after all. That message doesn't tell me where the Ebon Hawk came from. Why don't you have that information? Deleted? By who? You deleted it. Why? Jim said I couldn't get it out of him. More foul language. Gaming Templar, how's it going? Good to see you. Read it and don't know why. Something's wrong here. There must have been a reason for it. I guess he deleted his reason too. Don't be sorry. Maybe you had a good reason, or were trying to protect someone. And is it just gonna be... Awesome. There, I say, how dare you? I didn't have to work tomorrow, but I'm glad I can use it as a vacation day in the future. Fair. Wait, Krea's on the other side of the ship, isn't she? Oh, no, I was right. She was on the opposite side from where Mission was. I just mixed up which side Mission was on.
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. Facing it is. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, charity in our journey. Why?
There's enough suffering in the galaxy. I can alleviate it for one person, and I've made a difference.
Even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable.
Kick her in the shin. I fail to see how small acts of mercy can be harmful.
Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way.
Including you? Crazy what happens to philosophy majors when they graduate. I mean, I can definitely see it. I can definitely see it. I cannot turn on my allies like the Jedi turned on their own during the wars.
So you may think, but it will be best to strike first. Your allies are allies by circumstance, and they will not hesitate to do the same to you if you continue down your path. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the Force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born.
I now understand this world. It's poop and I hate it.
Ask, and I will answer.
Do you know Atris at all?
I know her as much as I know any Jedi. If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own. Ask.
Do you know anything about the Sith who pursue us?
Nothing more than we already know, and anything else I know would be useless. There is danger in such knowledge, even if I was certain of the ones who hunt you. Ask.
What's wrong with your eyes?
There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only.
There might be a way to heal your sight.
There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight, but sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Ask.
Okay, what are you? You a Jedi? A Sith?
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
There's nothing wrong with my eyes, I just can't see shit. Right, probably. And what were you?
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
I like this one because it uses her own words. And honestly, I think I might get points with her for that, even if grudgingly. If the past is as important as you claim, then I would hear yours.
There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense.
Beat to a pulp, I guess.
I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled.
Yeah, I did.
I suffered.
Made me wince.
And fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you, all my hopes rest for the future, for the Force.
Need more than that, Cryo.
If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice. Ask.
Oh, interesting. Also very unfortunate. I don't think I've gained influence with her once. Because I think that's the first message I've gotten that actually told me. I was kind of under the impression that it just wasn't going to tell me anything. I guess I just hadn't answered any questions right yet. I wonder what lost me the influence. More specifically, I wonder if it had anything to do with failing the first two questions because I didn't have sufficient influence, and then getting her to tell me part of the story. I wonder if that's a thing.